Hello all you Fireflies, and welcome back to the TheCyanFirefly. It's Azilie, if you couldn't tell, and today we're bringing you the TLDR on Sine Mora. Sine Mora is a game of the bullet hell genre, co-developed by Hungarian company Digital Reality and Japanese company Grasshopper Manufacture Incorporated. Both companies have a fair list of titles to their respective names, including Lollipop Chainsaw by Grasshopper Manufacture Incorporated and Bang Bang Racing by Digital Reality. It was originally an Xbox Live Arcade title that was then ported to PlayStation Vita, PS3, and Steam in November of 2012. The story for Sine Mora is a little bit convoluted and hard to follow, though enjoyable all the same. What makes the story a bit difficult to track is that it jumps between times. One era follows the story of a father on a mission of vengeance against the Empire that executed his son for not bombing a race called Enkies. The other era follows the last surviving Enkies on their journey to get revenge on the Empire for the destruction. Each new chapter is introduced with journal entry-style text, which is also voiced over in Hungarian. In-game banter also gives a glimpse into the character you play as. Sine Mora is your basic side-scrolling shooter. You can play it 3 different ways, either with just the keyboard, just the mouse, or with a standard analog controller. Controls are simple. You have the ability to move up, down, forward, and back, as well as shoot 2 different types of guns, an upgradable main weapon and a super powerful sub-weapon that's capable of dispatching multiple opponents at once. What weapon and sub-weapon you can use is predetermined in story mode, but selectable in the arcade mode. You're also able to use special powers throughout the game, like slowing down time, reflecting bullets, or even going back in time. Health is determined by the time left on the clock. Yes, missions are timed, as if the threat of being shot up like Swiss cheese was not bad enough. For every hit you take, be it from terrain or enemy fire, you lose time on the clock. When the clock strikes 0, bam, done. Your plane explodes in a fireball of molten metal. You're then given the option to continue via the use of credits. Credits represent how many times you can start over from the latest checkpoint. In addition to losing health, when you take hits, you also lose upgrade tokens, the small circular red orbs that you collect that upgrade your main weapon. Collecting these orbs increase the number of projectiles your plane fires. Graphically, the game is gorgeous. The characters, technology, and scenery is beautifully designed and rendered, and it's amazing to see the same terrain change depending on what era the character you're playing is from. One character might see tunnels filled with water, while another might see that same tunnel dry and filled with giant grubs of doom. Sine Mora is what's considered a 2.5D shooter, where the action takes place on 2 axes while the environment as a whole is rendered in a 3D manner. The whole setting has a very steampunk, dieselpunk feel, which you can greatly see in things like the planes, boats, and bosses, as well as the characters' costumes. What is disappointing about this game is the lack of multiplayer capability. It is strictly a single-player game. The other troublesome aspect to it is the use of the 2.5D. While it's a neat concept visually and certainly makes the game pop, the use of 2.5D makes it so the objects in the fore and background can fly in and out of the gamer's field of play. This can make it difficult to determine whether an object has entered the same field as your character so it can be interacted with. In the same throw, these objects can interfere with the ability to see your character, and can result in running into something that you had no idea was there. And that's all the time we have for this game today, folks. Sine Mora is an interesting title and can be purchased on Steam for $9.99 USD, £7.99 or your regional equivalent. It can also be found on Gamersgate for $9.95 USD. I do hope you've enjoyed, but for now this has been Azilie with the TheCyanFirefly, off to eat some more blue lasers. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Oh.
This video has been brought to you by Gamersgate, and viewers like you.